Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you how I practice in my backyard using the Mibo Plus. I have to be honest, I don't use the FS app a lot unless I'm working on something specifically like height with my driver or trying to see if the face is open or closed. So what I normally do is use the E6 app. I set up a green. In this case I have an 8-iron. I'm trying to warm up. Set up the green at about 150 yards. So that way I have like visual, you know, it's a standard size green. You can actually design it how you want, but for me that kind of helps me understand whether I'm hitting straight or going right or left. So it helps me understand my misses, because a lot of times if I just use the FS app and, you know, maybe even if I have good distance, but if it's too much to the left or the right, it's not going to help me when I'm out in the course. So this kind of helps me more, I would say, because it will show me exactly if I went too much to the right or left. Okay, so basically I set up a green 149 yards, get a ball, and then for this case I can use my 8-iron or my 9-iron. So I'll start with my 8-iron and try to get the feeling of, you know, what I'm doing. So anyways, it's really easy to get to that screen from the E6. You can set up the distance that you want, and actually it will give you a lot of stats if you're hitting left or right. So I'll go ahead and show you a few shots. I have an 8-iron, so I'll just go through my routine and try to see where I'm at. So normally struggle with the pool, so I try to hit straighter shots. And I do have the metallic dots on the ball, so just to help with the spin. So this one right here, I definitely went a little far and I went to the right. So I may have to use my 9-iron. So what I'll do is just grab my 9-iron. But I do understand that that shot wasn't really that good because I went to the right of my target. So I grab my 9 and I try to do the same thing. See, go through my routine and try to see if I can hit it straight. Okay, so that one a little bit to the left, I think, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. So it kind of helps me understand that, okay, it felt a little bit like a hook, but it wasn't. So I tried to kind of develop some feelings for my swing and see that way when I get out to the course, you know, I don't want to be hooking the ball or slicing the ball. So try to get that feeling, just a little more release for me there. So let's hit another one here. Okay, I know that I hit that off the toe. So, and it went a little bit to the right. So that kind of helps me understand what I'm doing and what I want to do. But for me, I'd rather have something go a little bit to the right than get that hook. So, okay, so then what I do is pick a longer target, like 175, and I can work with my longer irons with my 6-iron and 5-iron. I start with my 6-iron, and then I kind of try to understand where my misses are, you know. So just to work on my swing there. Obviously, a lot of times there's water on the left, on the right. So in this case, I'm just trying to understand if I miss more to the right or left. So grab my 6-iron, go through my same routine, and just try to hit a good shot. Let's see where that went. That one went straight. So I'm pretty happy with that one, and I have to, I guess, stop for a second and try to see what I did right there. And I feel like I released a lot, so I kind of feel like what I'm working on is just like kind of releasing it like this. Another thing that I like to do is set my target. Okay, so the hole is 175, and I try to like think of maybe water to the right. So I know I want to miss to the left side of the green. So I think of a hole like that, and then I take my shot. I think that kind of helps me, especially when I'm out in the course. So I cannot miss right, so I got to think of just hitting a nice shot to the left. Okay, should be okay. And yeah, that's perfect. So and the same thing I can do if I want to hit the other way. So I can think of like water to the left, so I have to stay to the right. I think for me that's a little more difficult. So I want to make sure I go to the right. Don't miss left. So hit a nice shot to the right. I do a little more like outside takeaway. Okay, I think that pushed to the right though. Yeah, that was a little bit too much to the right, but you get that idea. So that's playing under pressure, and for me that helps me a lot. I've been doing that lately, especially thinking of the holes that I play, like in my local course, and trying to not to miss to one side. And I feel like when I do that, I mean, it builds a lot of pressure, but I think that is helping my game way better than just hitting. And a lot of times when I play the courses on A6, I feel like they're really, I mean, they're really wide. You can miss right or left without any problems. So I prefer playing like something a little tighter. That way I know that I can only miss to the right or left just by a small margin. So I think that could be an issue for me, because if you have these really wide courses, and then when I go out there in my local course, and if it's not forgiving, then it's not, it's not going to be that easy. So for me, what's been working is just thinking of something like, a hazard to the right or left of the fairway or of the hole. And that, I mean, believe it or not, that gets you into a different mindset, and you're just happy if you just hit it. Even if it's short, you will be happy to just hit in that direction that you want it. So when I play the driver, what I do, I go into the A6 to the course, and I pick a hole where there's like hazard. Like in this case, there's hazard to the left. So I know that I cannot miss left. So for me, that's very useful, because it does happen a lot in the courses that I play. So what I think of, just try to hit it straight, and if I miss to the left. So don't hit a draw basically. So, and I go through my same routine here. It's a little more difficult with a driver, but I prefer practicing this way instead of using the FS app, because in the FS app it's just going to be very difficult to visualize what you need to play. So okay, so here I just gotta play or straight or a little bit push to the right. So do a little more outside takeaway here. Okay, so that was quite difficult for me to hit. I think I hit it a little bit too high, and it was short. It was really short, but you have to understand that that's better, because if I were to miss, go in the water, I will have to hit an extra shot, and that would be not good. Even if I hit it short, I can still have a shot for par. I just have to hit a longer iron. So anyways, I do a few of those shots. I think I hit that off the toe. So I wanna still hit it to the right, but without going in the water, obviously, and hopefully get a little more distance. So then what I do is I experiment with my shots. Maybe I hit a little bit too much off the toe, so I try to step a little closer to the ball here again, and try to see if I can get a better shot. Try to turn a little more and release. Okay, that's risking going in the water, I think. Okay, but so that made it. So that kind of gives me an idea of what I'm doing. So if I were to play that, I would still be in the fairway. I slightly pull it, but I did not hook it. So that's what's important, I think. So I hit a few more shots and try to understand what I'm doing. So try to hit like a few where I can miss left, and then a few where I can miss right. So all right, I'm gonna do one more. See if I can get a little more distance. I'll show you what I'm working on my release, really high release. All right, so I'm gonna try to get a little more swing speed and hopefully don't go in the water. Just good shot to the right. Okay, now that wasn't good, and that's what I'm talking about. That went in the water, and that's exactly what I do not want to do. So I'd rather go hit the first shot that I hit. It was short, but it was in play. So if I completely just like forget about the water or whatever, just pick a line, and if I just think about just ripping the ball, then it might go well, but it might not. So, and I don't think that's good in my opinion, because you're not going to do it at the course. So here I'm just going to think like there's nothing, no hazards. I'm just going to try to smash the ball without pressure. All right, so in this case it went really good, but it's not going to happen when I'm at the course. To get, to hit a shot like that, it's going to be it will require a huge effort on my part, and I wish I could do that of course, but everybody knows that it's not going to be the same. This is the shots that you think you will hit at the course after playing the simulator. But if you put yourself in situations where there's water, there's hazard, and then you practice that way, it's going to be better. Now once you kind of block that out of your mind and hit a shot like I just did right there, then that means that you're ready for the course, in my opinion. So as you've seen there, a lot of people who play with simulators, they kind of forget about the pressure and just hit really good shots. And then when they get out to the course, they will have the pressure of, they cannot miss right or left, and then they hit some of the shots like I did initially. So it's a transition. It takes time for everybody to just kind of, get into that thinking, into the mindset where you have to just release it and just forget about the hazards. But it does take time, and I think the only way to practice that is to think in your mind of the hazard, or do it like I did, set up the hazard and try to think, if it's better to risk it, if it's better to just be to the right side. Like I was happy with the first shot. I mean, that would still give me a chance to par. Now the shot that I hit in the water, I was trying to rip it, but mentally I was still thinking of the hazard, and I went in the hazard. So I'd rather have much better, for me it's just much better to be in the fairway, hit my second shot, try to just par the hole and move on, rather than to go in the water, then risk getting a bogey or a double bogey, and then things can just start building up for the worst. So all right guys, so that was just a quick video. This is how I normally practice in my backyard using the Mibo Plus. I highly recommend, for those who have a simulator, Mibo Plus, or whatever tracking system that you have, try to just get in the mindset of being at the course, because as you've seen in this video, if you just don't think of anything, yeah, obviously you're gonna hit good shots, but it's not gonna be realistic, because it takes time to get from this point to this point. So, and it's all in the mind. And for me, it's been working better, I have to say. You build up pressure, and I think you kind of learn. It's the same pressure that I feel when I'm playing. So of no want to miss to the right or left. And then my point is that if you overcome that in the simulator, then you're gonna do it at the course as well. But if you never practice it, you're never gonna hit those shots that you hit in the simulator at the course, because it does require you playing under pressure and practicing, in my opinion. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time.